Should we say cut that? Should it be cut?
No, we keeping that in there. That's a good blooper. Come and tap in with the Jacksons. We living, we learning, we laughing. No capping, we all about action, action, action. Yeah. Jesus is our main attraction. We glorify him with our passions. No capping, we all about action, action, action. Yeah.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
You know we about that action.
We about that action.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
You know we about that action.
Yo.
What's up,
Welcome
man?
back to the Jackson Show.
Welcome back to the Jacksons in action, man. I know it probably look a little different, you know, because it is. We doing something different, and I'm super excited about it, man. We got some special guests in the house with us today. Who we got in the house with us today, baby?
We have our amazing friends, but really family.
For real, they family
Here in the
for
building,
real.
we have the Shields. Y'all give it up
Yo,
for the Shields.
For the Shields. We can let them introduce themselves more, so y'all can tell us who are y'all.
Oh, who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just a humble servant of Christ. I'm Juwan Shields.
Let's go.
And I'm Ana Shields, his wife.
Hey.
To be clear.
Some of you guys may know Ana
Let's go.
from social media as Ana Lorenza, aka Christian hip hop dancer. You may know Juwan Shields from producing dancing.
Yeah.
You have a podcast as well. What's the name of your podcast?
Logged off podcast.
Boom,
Yeah.
there we go. Awesome. So very present in the space. Amazing people. So be sure to check them out.
This is our family for real, man. So it's just like we just turned on the camera, but with them, man, we just be chopping it up about all aspects of life, man, and just really do life with this couple, man. But I just want to start it off how it's just crazy how God just brought us all together. Really, it's about just walking in purpose. Really, this whole friendship, the family unit that we have started because of purpose. It's crazy. I actually scrolled up the DMs today because we were looking at the DMs from other relationships in our life too, but we ain't gonna talk about those. But we
keep that in the burner.
I scrolled up and it was crazy. So I guess me and Ana were following each other, and this was the season where I just made the transition to doing music and video editing full time. So she a dancer out here going crazy, so I hit her up hey sis, if you need some editing, let me know. If you doing something like that, let me know. And then she hit me back, and then later on, what happened after that, sis?
Later on, it just so happened that I was coming to Atlanta because I was living in San Diego. And I was asking God, I was like, God, because I came over here for a class, to co-teach a class.
Dope.
And I'm like, but if I'm in Atlanta for the first time, I gotta put in some more work. I just have to. That's just how I am as a person.
Yeah.
So I was like, God, who do I work with? And he showed me El Dewan.
Wow.
He sure did.
For real.
He sure
and when
did.
she hit me up, I was just so hyped, so amped because I've been wanting to work with her. I've been seeing her just go crazy. And I was just like, man, this guy for real. And so we actually collaborated together. And my wife, she was in that. It was for God and Me, which is, if you want to go
Life
check
get
it out,
hard
go
like
check
that
it out.
concrete.
I low-key still love that video though. That choreography was fire.
Crazy.
I appreciate that.
And I do have to say,
that is good.
My first time meeting you, it was okay. So no. First, so he showed me your Instagram. I think it was the day that y'all started talking about you coming in town or something like that. And I remember just thinking to myself, I was kind of going through a rough time that day, and and I remember looking at your Instagram and thinking to myself, man, I wish I could have a friend like this. I literally said, because I was having a real rough day, y'all. I literally said to myself, I wish I could have a friend like this, but that's never going to happen because friendships like that for me don't ever work. It never works. And now we look
at him now.
Right. But the crazy thing is,
she made a good choice.
The crazy thing is, so we started just chopping it up through audio messages and texts and whatever. But what was so dope was the first night that you got here to Atlanta, you knocked on our door and I opened that door and it was literally instantly seeing my sister, just instant. It was
crazy.
Sure was.
The most,
it really was.
If a friendship was a romantic movie, but a friendship version.
Right.
Friendship version, okay? Not romantic, okay?
Movie.
Very
platonic.
platonic.
Very platonic.
Yeah.
how do you say that? Is that weird? A platonic love movie?
Friendship.
A friendship movie? Just
We
a
know
friendship
her
movie.
heart.
Friendship movies
We
out
know
there.
our hearts. Thank you.
I know I watched them
And
growing
y'all
up.
see,
Look.
we're both married, happily married.
Look, we
I love my husband.
For real, ain't nothing weird going on around here.
Being Christian is fun, y'all.
Should we say cut that? Should it be cut? Oh
No,
my
we
gosh.
keeping that in there. That's a good blooper. Hey, that's gonna be the start of the show. Ain't nothing weird going on here. This is real life.
This is a two-way over there, two-way over here.
There's a reason why there's a table in the middle. Okay. That's
Yeah,
one
babe.
family. This is the other.
That's good.
Yeah, babe. I think I'm gonna need to oversee
so-
when you and Kelsey hang out. I'm gonna need to oversee.
So, moving on.
Check my text.
So it was
That's funny.
open the door, and it was like sisters. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like, my goodness, literally,
Yeah,
sister,
for real.
sister.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
where have you been all my life? You're my
Yeah.
sister for life. Yes. And I feel like we just grown from there. Like, yes.
We even have a handshake.
We do.
Come on, Who got it? Juwan, we gotta step it up, bro.
Step it up.
Where y'all at?
Yeah, we
just gonna pound for
we
now.
gonna figure we gonna figure something out.
Next time we're
We
gonna
gonna
get
figure
something.
something
out.
out.
That's cool.
That
That's
was
cool.
cute.
But
Yes.
yeah. So like it's crazy. We literally, we saw our sis.
so
We
crazy.
met her when she was living in a whole different state in Cali. Then she moved out here.
Yeah.
And we just got to see her blossom and meet this awesome man of God sitting beside her, man. My bro, for real.
He's the
for real,
best.
for real. So
Yes.
yeah, tell us a little bit about, y'all meeting and how that kind of came about.
Ooh, well, I love it when you throw down on this story.
Let's go.
Yeah, where you want me to start from? Like,
Wherever God takes you.
I mean, I always just go from the jump. Like, literally, like I was. So God, sometimes God tells me to wear certain stuff, and He told me to wear a shirt that I had just got. It said "Prayer Warrior." I was like, all right, I guess. I was going to a birthday party, and then when I walked in, she like introduced herself to me, and she was like, "Oh, I like your shirt." I was like, "Appreciate it." She's like, "Look at my necklace. It said Warrior."
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So God, you're gonna have to make it clear because, I'm not looking for no signs. I'm just out here chilling. And long story short, it looked like I saw light highlighting her. So I was like, okay, what is this?
Sure did.
I was like, what's this about? So I
That's
just
fire.
started praying and asking, other people to pray for us and to help me know like what my purpose was in her life. Because I thought I was just supposed to teach her something or give her some word and then be out. But we started getting to know each other. We met up at like a church and God started telling me to tell her weird. Like, I was like, why would I tell her this? But I got in the car accident on the way there and I told her stuff like he was like, tell her when your birthday is. I'm like, this is my birthday. She's like, that's my dad's
That's
birthday.
my whole dad's birthday.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Then he's like, tell her what your favorite animal is. I'm like, my favorite animal is this. And she's like,
That's my whole dad's favorite animal.
Wow.
so I'm like,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then from there, God just continually made it clear, what was going on over time. But we tried to run away from each other.
Sure did. But also, can I add?
Yeah.
I'm going to add to the story. So I don't wear that warrior necklace if I'm not dancing, performing, whatever, right? Because warrior dance crew. I only wear it when I dance and it's for work. And God told me to keep it on. I have never done that before.
Wow.
God told me to keep it on. And that's why I was like, I love the word warrior. I love it, everything that it means. And so that's why I was like, oh my gosh, he's wearing a prayer warrior. Look at my necklace. I just thought that was so interesting.
Wow.
And also when we met each other, it was really just like, hey, I'm Ana. Nice to meet you. I like your shirt. My necklace says warrior. That's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it was no. Like,
And then we just literally did not even talk to each other until way later that night at the party.
That's
You
crazy.
know what's so
No double takes or
interesting?
anything.
And I
wild.
feel like I'm remembering this from back when you told me
Yeah.
about meeting him, is because I remember saying, man, there's like a lot of small details about y'all's relationship that reminded me of me and LD's relationship. So similar to how y'all met when we met,
Very high and by.
it was literally high and by. Like he walked up to, it was at a tech rehearsal for a production and we I was standing backstage with a friend of mine, and he walked up to my friend asking her literally a tech question. And I just felt like, oh, I should introduce myself, like, Kelsey, don't be rude kind of thing. Like don't just let somebody walk up to you and like, you know, just stand there. Like, that's rude. And so I was like, hey, what's up? I'm Kelsey. And he was like, what's up? I'm LD. And it's like, all right, cool. Y'all have fun. And then we walked away.
Later.
Yeah, and
1 hours later. We didn't connect that.
And then we had a lot of
Wow.
interesting details as well. So me and his mom share the same birthday.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then
wow.
at the same time, like we both were driving the same car, just different models, right? Or
Yeah,
different
I still
years.
got mine,
yeah.
yeah.
So we both had Honda Civics. And then we were both literally living in the same neighborhood and didn't realize it at the time.
Yeah, that was wild.
What?
And y'all, he was teaching at my elementary school, like the school I went to for elementary.
What?
And we didn't. This isn't like a small town, like where like things like
Teacher
this
LD.
happen. Like this,
God wanted us to be
it was like
together.
so many random weird like little details, like similar to what you guys are saying. That
Yeah.
like it was like this is kind of weird. Like why do we have so many similarities?
Yeah, but I think that's so crazy and so dope. Just the warrior thing with y'all. And then y'all last name being Shields. You know, you ain't seen no warrior without a shield.
I ain't think about that.
Hey, come on.
Okay.
You ain't seen no warrior without a shield, man.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I never thought
And that
about
literally
that.
just dropped on
Love
me
you too.
hearing that story, man. So that's powerful,
The Lord's
man.
like, y'all see what I did
Y'all-
there?
y'all
Y'all
some-
see what I did
y'all-
there? That's what he's saying.
New revelations.
Yeah, man.
New
Y'all
revelations.
some warriors for
Thanks
real.
for saying that.
Hey, glory be to
Thank
God.
you.
That was
Yeah.
God, because it literally
That's
dawned on me when y'all
awesome.
said that, man.
Yeah,
Never
man.
seen
Yeah.
a warrior without a shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
that is so good.
Hey, if I put that as a song, just know this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
where it
Hey,
came
it's all
from.
it is.
Hey.
Nah, that's fire, man. That's fire. But man, let's fast forward to now, man. Like now. So we literally saw our sis go from single to in a
Yeah.
relationship to engaged.
No.
to
Y'all
now.
saw me hurt.
We did.
Y'all saw me hurt.
We did.
That was
We
before
did.
me.
Yeah.
No,
That
that was
before
before my sweetest love.
Yeah, we all here, man. We all here. We
But
all
we're-
got families.
But we're not just here. What was crazy and so
Yeah.
beautiful about it is like we got to see you go from being single to in a relationship,
Right.
like figuring things out, and then in a relationship, married, and then we got
Engaged,
pregnant.
married, parent.
And then we
Yes.
got pregnant, and then next thing we know, dun, we end up pregnant at the same
That's
time,
crazy.
and now. We're besties, and we
Yeah.
have little baby besties. Our babies are besties too.
Yo, like literally.
They don't know it yet,
Literally.
but they are.
Yeah, they don't know yet.
No, Aaliyah knows already because
Yeah.
she started holding Hepzibah's hand at her dedication. She literally was just
Oh, it
holding her
was-
hand.
see,
It was so cute.
She's claiming her. She's like, "You're my bestie, okay?
For the
I love
Bestie
it.
for the resties."
I love
No
it.
takesies
I love
backs.
It was intentional too.
Yep.
Nah, that's fire, man.
For sure.
That's fire.
So now that we're on that subject, we want to just dive in more because we're literally
Yes.
going through the same season of life
Yeah.
at the same time. Like, and so we just want to talk about that. We thought it'd be so cool to like for y'all to hear it from two different perspectives. And so I just want to start off with talking about like how has life changed since having a baby? Like, Anna, you're like myself, a dancer. Okay. And like plays like a very big role in your life. And as we know, pregnancy changes your body a lot. But it's not just about the way.
Sure does.
Look. Oh, Jesus. Help us. Lord Jesus.
Sure does.
But it doesn't just change your
Praise God,
body.
we don't know about that.
Right.
I mean, we
Yeah.
know about
For real.
it. We don't
Praise
deal
him.
with it.
Praise him.
Look, yes. So it not only does it change your body, but what's crazy, I think this is something I wasn't prepared for, but was how much it changed me once she got here. So can you like talk to me about like how's life now on the other side now that you are a mom?
Yeah.
And like knowing that you're a dancer, you have this calling, but you're also a mother. Like, where's your brain been at? Like, how are you doing? What have you been learning? Just where's your brain at with all
Yeah.
this?
Well, I can tell you one thing that I've been really learning through pregnancy. Well, dating Juwan, marriage, getting pregnant, and then now having her. My life, it's not my own. It's not my own. And I say that with a full heart. And when I gave my life to the Lord, I knew that, okay, my life is not my own. But I started really seeing that through our whole process and marriage. And now having her, I am like getting into this mindset where I am just like, okay, God, I want to be okay with knowing that my life is not my own. I want to be able to, if God says no more dance, I want to be like, yes, Lord, no more dance. And I was talking to my sister about it today, and she was saying how another great perspective is see what you're gaining instead of what are you losing. Because I was saying, man, I'll give it up. I'll give it up. I'll give it up. And she was saying, yes, but look at what you're gaining.
Wow.
Not just what you're giving up. It's what you're gaining. It's what God is giving to you.
Share with the people who maybe don't have kids just yet. Let us know, Hephzibah, all of your thoughts as well. You're fully in this, just not
She
on
said,
screen.
yeah, mom. You right, mom. Your life is not your own.
Y'all, it's about me now.
Yeah.
This is called parenting.
Yeah.
You gotta make things happen, okay?
Yeah, you got
That's why we're recording this at midnight. But we're not gonna talk about that. That was our daughter. Anyways.
Who we love so much.
Who we love so much, definitely, 100%. But talk about, like, for people who don't have children, what are we gaining, like, in this moment? Expand on that.
You're gaining seriously one of the best gifts in the world. First, it's accepting Jesus into your heart. If you haven't done that,
Do it now.
the blood of Jesus over you.
Yes.
And
It's not too late.
Yeah, it's never too late. It's never too late to give your heart to
today,
Jesus.
for real.
And gaining him as your gift, and then choosing to say I do to your partner is the second best gift you could ever do here on earth. And then seeing that extension of love through a child that you make together, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
For real.
Because I'm exhausted. I am so tired.
Girl.
Be real.
And
Yeah.
I
Girl.
look at Hephzibah and I am just in awe of her. It's going to make me tear up. But I'm like, God, you did this.
Hallelujah.
Because she worked with me for 60 hours to get to this side.
Ooh.
To get to this side.
60 hours of labor.
Of
that is.
labor.
60 hours, not
4 hours of
pregnancy,
pushing.
labor.
Labor.
This woman.
God is good.
That's
God
a whole
bless
other
her.
episode.
That's a whole nother episode.
Hey,
Long
my,
gone
my,
podcast.
my wife is really a warrior though. Like,
Praise God.
like that's when I saw her in battle for real. That was amazing.
I have so much respect for you.
Yeah,
Like,
nah, for real. That story is,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
wild.
but that's not this episode. That's not this episode, okay?
No, but you are gaining such a gift, and you feel it even when you're so tired, because I look at her and I'm like, it is so worth it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it. Even if God's like, no more dance, it's okay because it's worth it. I feel like God already had me in a season where I got to experience so many cool and amazing and good things with dance that it's okay. And now that's something I'm still learning and I'm still navigating it, because God has put that inside of me.
Yeah.
But to have Jesus, Juwan, and Hephzibah,
on.
it's a
That's
gift.
enough.
It's a
That's fine. I
gift.
love that.
I want
Praise
to expand
God.
on that really quick, because I love the way that you're talking about that, because where the Lord has me at currently is he's changing my perspective. And so something that he's continuously repeating over and over in my spirit has been, Kelsey, this is your purpose. Literally, like exactly what you're
good.
saying. Like, if you don't do anything else, if you don't touch another soul, but you steward motherhood and this house well, you've completed your purpose.
Yeah.
You've completed your purpose. And it's been like so mind blowing, because in our culture, like with the rise of, like just fighting for women's rights, which, like I'm all for allowing women to like work and all those things, of course, like we do. We've also lost the value of motherhood and how important motherhood is. And so I've just been like doing a lot of studying here lately about like, and just a lot of meditating on the value of what it means to be a mother. And like, it's not just about having babies and just watching them. It's not just about cleaning a house and this, that, and third. It's like you are literally raising and cultivating the next generation.
Yeah.
You are nurturing.
That's
like
good.
the way we handle this role can determine, like, can make or break the next generation in a sense. Like,
that's good.
Like, it's a very powerful role. So no wonder the enemy would try to make light of it.
Yeah.
Like, we are
Wow.
literally teachers. Like, so I've just been really trying to focus personally on just really getting to a place where I start like deeply valuing my role as a mother and being okay if that's all I'm able to get to.
Yeah.
Like, getting to a place where, like, if I'm just a stay-at-home mom, like, that's one of the most powerful things ever,
It
because
sure is.
like, it's not just
sure
a stay-at-home mom. I'm literally cultivating and raising up the next generation. And these children are powerhouses. They're lights. Like, who knows
good.
like what God is going to do through them. I'm
World
sure
changers.
you've gotten
Yeah.
peeks into like what her future is going to look like. I'm sure you're starting to see like different like gifts and parts of her personality starting to come out as she starts to develop more and more. But yeah, like that's something that has been really on my heart, is like, motherhood is your purpose. You can
Sure
do other
is.
things
Yeah,
too,
sure
but
is.
motherhood, if that's all you accomplish is motherhood,
Yeah.
and pouring into your marriage,
Yeah.
if that's all you do, because also your children are watching your marriage too.
Oh, yeah.
And this is like in a sense a complete
facts.
representation of God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Having the feminine and the masculine together.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. I love both of y'all ladies' perspective on that, man,
Yeah.
for real. And I just want to encourage both of y'all to, like, yeah, like, that's real. Like, God got so much purpose for y'all, you know, like y'all said, like, honored, of course, with Jesus, and as spouses, and then as mothers, you know, but y'all got more than that too, for real. I could just see in both of y'all, man, that even what y'all doing now, you know, like, this is part of purpose, just being here to encourage. Y'all don't know how many other, you know, ladies looking to get into relationships or looking to marriage or even before motherhood, you know,
Yeah.
and you know that y'all are blessing along the journey just by seeing your light. And that's how we kind of got to look at our lives just as Christians, you know, like
Yeah.
as followers of God, no matter what stage of life you're in, whether you're a single person, whether you're married with kids, no matter your stage of life, just by you being a believer, somebody is watching your life, and that is your purpose. It's your purpose to be the best you can be with the roles that God has given you.
That's
So
good.
speaking of roles, man, let me hear from my bro, man, Juwan. Like, how has fatherhood been for you, bro? Like, stepping into that role, like, what's some things you've been learning on this journey?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I feel like it's still like clicking
Yeah.
that I'm a father. Like I look at her and I'm just like, wow, like, this is our child. You know what I
Facts.
mean? For me, it's a little bit different because with her, she had that really close connection. She carried her for 10, almost 10 months, right? 40 weeks.
Yeah.
Whereas like with me, it's like, okay, now I'm trying to understand this new season. And I'm really excited for like when I get to like talk to her and get to build that connection
Same
with her,
here.
right?
Yeah.
But every day it's like something new, and I'm like, oh wow, like, and I know that I have that love for her. Like when I pick her up and I just kind of I do these little things that I'm like, oh man, I didn't know I could be like this, you know?
Yeah.
So that's cool. But it's giving me, first being married and magnified like my sense of responsibility, and then having a child just further magnified it.
Oh yeah.
So like when I go to work, it's like, okay, like, hey, I want to be able to come back and look my wife in the eye and look my child in the eye, my daughter in the eye, and know that like, hey, I gave it my all today. Like I'm someone that they can be proud of.
Yeah.
You know, so there's that. And then also, God pulling me into my calling through having her and even our daughter here. It's like, ooh, man, like you said, they're looking at us. So it's like,
Facts.
I can't not be walking in my calling. And then she see that, and you know what I mean? So it's a lot of,
that's good.
yeah, it's
That's
like,
good.
yeah. So I'm always thinking about like, okay, she's watching me. So how do I walk with
Bro,
Christ
that's
in
so
a way
good.
that's going to speak to her just by me being there?
Yeah.
So that's a lot. And I want to kind of touch on what you were saying about raising the next generation too,
Yeah.
is like something that hit me yesterday when I was doing the dishes. It's so random, but I was like, man, like we got to get, I was thinking about like, having her help us. I was like, oh man, like if she could help us do these dishes, that would be less time doing this and more time together.
Yeah.
And that's when God reminded me, like that verse where it says that that children are like they're like arrows.
Arrows.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like arrows in the quiver. And the children of your youth, rather, right? And so I was like, hold up. That's when I started to realize that, hey, like our children, they can work with us to magnify what God has called us to do, which I believe our purpose. And I think, everyone's like thinking purpose is this, purpose is that. To me, our purpose is exactly what LD said, is to know God and then make God known, right? We're his image bearers, so we're supposed to just kind of replicate that. And then we have callings, and those change throughout the season. But if we can teach her and her siblings, hey, this is how you make God known, that's now an arrow that we can shoot into different territory to take these places for God's name, God's glory. And so I was like, man, that's actually crazy. So that's kind of where I think, things have taken me so far.
That's fire.
I just want to say something, like kind of piggyback off of what you just said. I was literally just thinking about today, how do I want to implement a value of helping out around the house in my children? Just like, how can I, like, that's just something I was just thinking about. It's like, how can I get them to want to help out rather than it to be chores and because mom said so, and then have to discipline them and then hurt our relationship because we're already always fighting because they're not cleaning up, blah, 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 blah. But how can I implement like just a value of it? And like, I feel like what the Lord gave me was like coming at it from the perspective of like, this is our home. Like, let's be grateful for what the Lord has given us. Let's take care of like what the Lord has given us. And so rather than you need to clean the floor because I said so, or because it's dirty, or because you tracked mud all in, like come at it from the perspective of like, this is your home. So whether if it's great or small, like no matter what it is, like this is the home that the Lord has blessed us with. So let's cultivate it. But then also like, I love how like some families have the perspective of like, this is a family, we're a team. And so like, we're going to help each other out. And this family, we help each other out. We're going to have each other's back because God gave us this family. And we're going to support one another, no matter what your role is. Each role is important, whether you're mother, father, daughter, son, first, third, fifth. Ooh, Lord Jesus.
Ooh.
She said fifth, everybody.
It ain't happening. I'm telling you that. That's got to be God. That's got to be God. Got to be Jesus.
Not in this household. Not from this womb. Unless it's the Lord.
Jesus.
Unless Lord Jesus. Unless that is the Lord's strong will. Okay. But no matter where you're at, no matter what position you play or who you are in this family, you have a role to play.
Sense of belonging.
You have a sense,
And I would say like that is extremely important. And that's something that God kind of showed me before I even met Anna, was like, as an adult, I struggled so hard with like I just couldn't manage my space the way I wanted to because I didn't have a blueprint. Like my parents, I guess it wasn't like, hey, this is what you do. It became randomly one day, hey, like do chores and you can get money type stuff. And that just doesn't fit, right? But what I'm seeing from looking at other, parents is that the kids want to help. They want to be a part. And there's always that community. So if they see you guys doing the chores and doing this, they're going to want to just emulate that. So then all they're going to do is want to help, and it's our job to let them help, even though it may not be good at first. We gotta just let them do it. And it's so funny because that's how God is with us, right? Like he's always gonna allow us to help, even though we feel like we're doing all this stuff, but really we're just like the little kids, man. And we're just as help. That's another thing, is perspective with these kids, man. I'm realizing, I'm like, dang, bro, God sees me like that no matter how old I get. I'm the baby that he's like, man, I gotta change your diaper, bro. Like,
nah, for real.
That's real. We're supposed to be like that. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be like,
fully dependent.
I just trust that God is going to feed me, change me, burp me, all this stuff. And he's gonna take care.
That's good. You just hit on something right there.
Praise
like
God.
we gotta get that, like that's why people say like childlike faith and childlike perspective. Like that just dawned on me like in that moment, like for real. Like just think about our daughters. Like, and it's just like, they just know, they start crying and they just know their mom or dad is going to come get them, if it's a good parent, right. If it's a good, we got some parents out there we're going to pray for y'all. All right. But if it's a good parent, if a baby is crying, you're going to go do whatever you need to do to help that baby.
You know what?
To meet the need.
And Aaliyah's starting to do this thing now where when she wakes up from a nap, she will, obviously she cries,
right.
But she starts looking around from the different angles that I've ever come to her from.
I know it.
And so she'll start off with one part of her bed, and she'll like stick her face on the side of the bed and like cry. Like out that way, and she's like, I can see her little eyes through the baby monitor, like looking for me. And then when I don't come from that angle, she'll move over to the other side of the bed, which is like faces our bathroom, because she knows sometimes I come to her from the bathroom, and so she goes over there, do the same thing, stick her face to the side of the bed, and like looking for me from the side of the bed. And then other times she'll turn around because she's in our room right now, and she'll look up like over the bed, like or up at the bed, because she knows sometimes I come at her from over the bed. And so she's literally looking at all the different angles I normally, which usually about 3.
Yeah.
And like, and I think it's so interesting because like, are we doing that?
Right.
Are we looking for God?
Ooh, that's good.
And
that's good.
When we're in need, when we wake up and we're scared or we're whatever, and we need God, are we looking for him where we found him in the past?
Wow, that's so good. And that's the crazy thing. Like, wow. And this,
Kelsey
it's
Convos.
crazy. Come on. For real. Them, man, I'm still, both of them revelations is just crazy. Like, just think if we just were, and just trusted God. Like, of course, God has given all of us responsibilities, like we know, like we're not children, we're adults in the world. We got to work, we got to do this, but like we still need that child likeness where like God's my provider, so I know he gonna provide. So I don't got to put all of my strength in this. I need to be looking towards the hills from, I know my help is coming. I know and trusted God. And so like, man, that's a great segue part. That's a great stopping point. So like, man, we just want to encourage all of y'all, like I said earlier, like no matter what part of the journey you on, like, man, like God will meet you there. God will meet you there if you surrender your life and just choose to follow him. Anybody else got final notes on that part?
I would just say that always have your heart in a place of surrender for the Lord. Always have it in a place of surrender, and you are gaining something. Have that mindset. Change your perspective. You are gaining something so beautiful. Yeah. Never look at it as just this huge loss or anything. God will never do you like that. He's doing something in your life for a purpose, and he's giving you something, and some things have to change, but he's doing it the way that he knows way better than we could ever do. Way better than we could ever do. So
that's fire.
Thanks for having us.
I love that. Of course.
Yeah, and I'll say it to second that, lean not on your own understanding, but acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, and he will make straight your path. And that's what we've done. And, I can't even put into words what a child is in terms of blessing, because it's something you have to experience. Because literally, like, we were not ready, right? Yeah. Like, when she was conceived, I wasn't even, like, working. You know what I mean? But I started surrendering to God in that way and knew I was like, whatever your will is. And now it's turned into that blessing that he's always going to provide. Come on. Just like LD just said. Right. So now even like the thought of like, well, man, I guess we could end up having another kid, but that doesn't scare me anymore like it did. That's right? Good. Because it's like, I know every single child is going to come with that next level of provision. That's good. So you're not ready to get married. You're not ready to have kids until you're really looking to God in that same way Kelsey was talking about. Yeah. Look to him in the last place you found him and keep calling out to him, keep crying out to him. If you feel like you're not hearing him, that's good. I've gone through that season. He's right there. That's good. Just keep calling, keep crying, and he'll come.
Yep. So keep knocking.
On that note, I just have to ask the question just because you kind of put it out there. I feel like there's gonna be some curiosity. Is there a baby Shields number 2 that we should be expecting?
Everybody relax. Everybody relax.
She was ready for that, man. But man, y'all, man, it's been a pleasure. We, having the Shields here with us, man. Shields, Y'all let them know where they can follow y'all, keep up with y'all, man, on socials, man. Let them know. Let the people know.
My Instagram is Ana Lorenza6, ANALORENZA 6. Yeah, that's it.
And it's Ana, not Anna.
Yes. Ana, not Anna. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
It is Ana, not Anna.
It's really that easy. I
and
promise.
if you're still struggling, just think Frozen. Anna.
Frozen.
From Frozen. I think that's what you said to me, and I never forgot it.
Yes.
I also
literally
love Frozen. So
Yeah, they really do be getting under my skin when people mess that up. Yeah. But mine is Juwan Shields, JUWAN SHIELDS, just like a sword and shield, like LD pointed out. And then you can check out our podcast, Logged Off Podcast.
Yeah.
You can check that out. We're kind of on a hiatus, but we should be back, God willing.
So go binge until they come back. Go watch all their stuff because it's really good, man. Well, yeah. We love y'all. Well, y'all know what to do with us. Let them know.
Already know. So if you enjoyed this episode, please let us know by hitting that like button. Leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite part was or your biggest takeaway. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification because we are still coming at y'all. And share this with somebody who could benefit.
Stay love driven. We love y'all.
Always.
Peace.
Y'all are so in action. I love it.